Self-destruct initiated in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Pardon the Intermission, a podcast that takes a look at movies, TV, and all things entertainment, from the past, the present, and the future. Remember to subscribe and like the podcast, and give a review. This helps out the podcast and is greatly appreciated. Now on to the show.
Yes, hey everyone. This is Eric.
And this is Jason.
And this is Trailer Reaction.
Trailer Reaction.
Trailer Reaction Cast. We have to call it Trailer Reaction Cast?
Trailer Reaction Cast, yeah.
I like does that roll off the tongue? Maybe not.
Not as easy as Pardon the Intermission.
Trailer Reaction Cast. This is TRC. Trailer Reaction Cast. TRC.
TRC.
From PTI. This is TRC.
There we go. There we go. You got it right there. I like that. That's good. I like that. Remember that.
PTI is TRC.
TRC. I like that.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Right.
I like that.
Hey, we are doing a trailer reaction today to, what are we doing it to, Jason?
Wolverine and Deadpool.
Wow.
Yes.
We just watched a trailer that was just put out.
This is the most recent teaser.
Recent.
Rolled out this past week as of today's date, April 26th, which is Friday.
About 4 days ago.
And so, yes, this is the much anticipated Deadpool Wolverine movie that has been in the works for quite some time. We all knew there was a third Deadpool movie coming out, but then when the little back and forth social media joking between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds started to materialize, they ended up making fact become reality, or making fiction become reality, and they decided to bring Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, even though he said he wasn't going to play the character anymore. And so when we found out he was going to be in the Deadpool movie, every Deadpool and Marvel fan's been geeked out about this, including me, because I'll tell you, I saw this most recent teaser, Eric, and I was just like, bring it on. I want to see this. Yes.
It looks really good.
It does.
It looks really good. Now,
Yes.
I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not a big, I haven't watched one Deadpool movie.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Okay, if you are a fan of breaking the fourth wall, you're going to love the first Deadpool.
That's really?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first Deadpool breaks the fourth wall to every extreme you can imagine.
Okay,
it's amazing.
So catch me up here. This is the third one?
So this is the
fourth one.
This is the third film.
Okay.
This is the third film. So there have been two previous films, and they've all just featured Ryan Reynolds' character, Deadpool. But now they're bringing in Wolverine in this one because, like in the MCU, they're dabbling into the multiverse here.
Mm-hmm.
And because Deadpool and Wolverine do have some history together, not only in the comics, but also in X-Men Origins Wolverine, his character Deadpool was in that trash dumpster fire of a film. And so this is not only Ryan Reynolds' way of kind of forgetting that movie ever happened, which he's doing a good job of so far, but also kind of bringing together the multiverse element from the MCU as well. So combining the X-Men characters, combining Deadpool, and kind of just finally tying up the last loose ends there.
So they don't give us a lot of information in this, but they make it look like either something has happened or is going to happen to Deadpool's world, and he goes to find Wolverine in a different multiverse, to bring him in to help save his world. That's what it looks like, at least.
Yes.
Is that what you got to?
Yeah, exactly. And so for those of you, just to catch you up on the Wolverine side of things here, folks. So the last movie that we saw Wolverine in was the standalone film Logan. Fantastic movie, by the way, directed by James Mangold. And
very depressing.
Yeah, very depressing. That took over the Old Man Logan comic series, where basically Wolverine has lost his abilities to heal and regenerate because the adamantium that was engrafted on his skeletal structure is actually poisoned him.
Yeah.
And it made him as vulnerable as he could possibly be. Well, in Logan, we know that Wolverine was killed off. Presumably, we thought that was going to be the last appearance for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Lo and behold, knock on wood, it's not.
Well, in the multiverse, everybody can come back, right?
And that's where, again, the Wolverine factor comes into play, is because presumably here, Deadpool goes back in time or through the multiverse to a different point in time where Wolverine is still alive. And so,
not only that, but he's actually, from what I hear about a lot of people that are geeked out that are Wolverine fans, he's actually wearing the Wolverine costume.
So the Wolverine costume is specifically not only from the costume that the character wore in the comic books, but also from the animated series that was out in the early mid-90s that I used to watch religiously as a kid.
Okay.
And also, by the way, on Disney Plus, there is kind of a reboot of that animated series streaming right now called X-Men 97.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the costume that Wolverine fans have wanted to see him in for a long time. So we're all going to be salivating at the mouths when we see him in this uniform.
And
here.
I'm going to say, I told you, I go, man, Hugh Jackman, I mean, he's keeping up with his name because he looks jacked. He is a jacked man.
He does. Now we know why his last name is Jackman. Because,
Yeah.
And in fact, I think he looks more shredded in this one than he did in any previous incarnation of
this guy's nuts.
Wolverine.
I'd hate to see his workout routine.
Well, not only that, but his diet. I mean, he's got to
Oh,
be
my
packing on the
gosh.
calories for this one, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. It looks good. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's kind of making me want to watch. Like I said, I haven't watched the first one. I need to go back and watch the first one, and maybe I'll do a retro review to see, because from what I hear, a lot of people have. I mean, you don't really have a lot of people that are kind of like in between. It's either like you like Deadpool or you don't.
Yeah,
That's what it seems like with the fans. They either like it or they don't.
Yeah. So Deadpool is a Marvel creation, but he's kind of a different character. He's definitely an anti-hero, but he's kind of a character like you just said. You're either going to like him or you're going to hate him. The nickname for the character of Wade Wilson is Merc with the Mouth. And it's like that in the first two films as well, because he's always mouthing off and saying these funny one-liners and stuff like that, and doing fun stuff too. But the character is kind of like not really as popular, especially throughout he's a popular character in the comics, but not as big as, say, or popular as Wolverine, Spider-Man, so on and so forth.
Where does he fit in the Marvel universe, though? I mean, is he kind of always been on his own type of thing?
Kind of always been on his own, a little bit intermingled with the X-Men there a little bit too, but mostly just kind of a solo guy. Just doing it on his own.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically if you're not familiar with the background of the character, Wade Wilson was a former assassin, and especially in the movie Deadpool, he ends up losing his girlfriend. And he has regenerative abilities as well that give him longer lasting life, just like Wolverine. But he decides that he finds out that he actually comes down with cancer, and so he's trying to find a way to basically extend his life. And he goes to this one character named Francis, who is also a mutant, played by Ed Skrein, and he puts him through this torturous process to extract a gene in his mutation that would allow him to beat the cancer. And he ends up getting disfigured. And
that's how he gets disfigured.
Yeah, exactly. So the first film is funny. I think you would love it. Like I said, it breaks a whole bunch of fourth wall for those of us theater veterans. And that's what makes the movie fun. But basically the plot is about him finding Francis and basically exacting revenge on what he did to him. And all the while he chops up a whole bunch of people with his katana blades. And it's fun. But I think you would like it.
So what are your thoughts here on this one, seeing the trailer?
My thoughts on this one are great to see Wolverine come back for those of us Wolverine fans. My thoughts on the trailer also are that it's about time they get Deadpool in the MCU, because it's been rumored for a long time, and it'll be good to see him in the MCU. It will be interesting to see what the comedy / humor is going to be like in this one, because it seems like if they're focusing on the multiverse, especially since they're going into the TVA, the Time Authority there from Loki and all that stuff like that, that it's going to be more centered around the actual story rather than breaking the fourth wall, but there could still be some fourth wall breaking in this one. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm geeked about it. I'm definitely going to go see it in the theater.
Well, it looks like the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds is pretty good. It looks like it's pretty awesome, actually. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. And they've been good friends for a long time, and they have jovially poked some rather interesting fun at each other over the last several 5 to 10 years. Especially since Hugh Jackman was last portrayed as Wolverine. In fact, in the first Deadpool film, there's a scene where towards the end of the movie, Vanessa, who is played by Morena Baccarin, goes up to him and she wants to see what Wade looks like without the mask. And so he takes off his mask, and then there's a picture of Hugh Jackman's face cut out from People magazine that he staples to his face.
Oh my god!
And so that pokes a lot of fun at Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that is cool.
And then there's also a part in the first film too, towards the beginning of the film, where he said, "I know you got to be asking yourself right now, how did I get conned into doing my own movie?" Well, I'll tell you what. His first name rhymes with Wolverine. He's a mighty Australian with a nice mighty pair down under there, mates. So he pokes a lot of fun at Hugh Jackman in the first film.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
Great. Yeah, it's great.
This I don't know, man. Do you think this might lead to a second one
I'm sure it'll probably
or
lead to
one
a-
and done? I don't know. You know, Hugh Jackman is getting up there though. He can't really do these roles too much longer.
I think this might be his final swan song, Eric. The reason why
Really?
is because I believe, unless I'm mistaken here, Taron Egerton, who played Elton John in that biopic of Elton John not too long ago,
Okay.
was rumored to be cast as the next Wolverine in MCU.
Really?
So I
Okay.
would not be surprised if, because they're bringing X-Men into the MCU, they never
Yeah.
had been up until this point. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be Hugh Jackman's final swan song, that they're going to finally officially use this movie to usher him out. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Taron Egerton cameo in here, or at least a reference of him. But
That's the thing. I mean, that is one of the cool things about the multiverse, right? Is
Yeah.
that you can interchange these people with
you can.
ease.
Yeah, you can.
It's also kind of the bad thing, but you know,
Yeah.
because it just never ends, right? It's like, this character dies, and then he comes
Yeah.
back, either another reincarnation,
Yeah.
or the same character type, or a different reincarnation of.
But I'll tell you what, though, I got to be honest with you. After I saw Logan, and again, that's such a great film, violent but great.
Yeah.
As disappointed as I was to see Wolverine finally go, I was also like, yeah, at the same time, because that's how he should have gone out.
Yeah.
You know, he should have gone out on his own terms, fighting to the last breath for what he believed in or did not believe in. And of course, that last scene in Logan is where Weapon X, his duplicate there, slices him and dices him and picks him up and then shoves him and spikes him with a tree trunk there.
Yeah.
And so his last words are to the character Laura, don't become what they made you. And then he says, so that's what this feels like. And then he dies.
That's
And
right.
then he
That's
dies.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was such a great scene too for him.
Well, I mean, and his character has always been, I mean, as far as Logan himself,
Yeah.
I mean, he's always seems like this selfish character, but down deep, he is always working for everyone else. He's always
Yeah.
taking care of everyone else.
Yeah.
That's what I love about that. For me, that's what I love about Logan, the character of Wolverine.
Yeah. And that's always been the allure of the character. He was created to be basically a rebel without a cause, a grifter, a guy who doesn't abide by anybody's rules.
Well, he's
but
supposed to
his
be the
own.
ultimate soldier, right? I mean, essentially.
Essentially, yeah, because of his ability to regenerate.
But you're talking about the character in the movies and stuff.
And more so, actually, in the comic books, because in the comic books, there were so many different permutations of the character from different storylines, like Weapon X storylines, Old Man Logan, that he developed over time through different writers, different artists, but he still had the same mystique around him, and that was on the exterior, a gruff bad guy who didn't give a bleep about anything, but deep down inside, he actually did have a cause. It was his cause that he was fighting for, nobody else's. But he was deep down a good character and a good hero.
That's what I mean. It was almost his cause was almost trying to save everyone else, even
Pretty
though
much.
on the exterior he tried to play off as very selfish.
Exactly.
Or at least
Yeah.
from the movie portion that I've seen him. Like I said, I
Right,
haven't gotten
right.
into the comic book, so
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got to admit, and having these two together, this looks like, man, this is just going to be wild and outrageous.
Yeah.
We tried to look it up too. I know there was a clip where Ryan Reynolds also made a little fun of Disney.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
In it, breaking the fourth wall.
Yep.
Which is always great. Do you think this might bring MCU back, or is this just going to be the one shot, kind of separate from what we know as the MCU now?
Probably what you just said, the latter. I don't think this will solely.
This will be separate.
This is
Set aside.
Yeah, this is going to be separate, set aside. So it's going to be like a branch, I guess,
Yeah.
like an olive branch, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, I think we're done. Is that
think
it?
we're done. Hey,
Anything else you want to say about it before we go?
Time for us to jump in the multiverse then if we're done.
There we go.
All
That's
right.
our multiverse music. We're out of
Boom.
here.
That's it. Shang bang.
All right, hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Like I said, you can check out our social media at PTI_podcast on X.
And you can find us on Facebook at Pardon the Intermission.
And also Rumble and YouTube. Just check out Pardon the Intermission.
Give us those
and there's our channel.
Yeah, give us those 5 stars. Leave us your comments and anything else you feel like telling us about.
Yeah, anything else you want us to review or any other trailers you want us to also do a reaction on, let us know.
That's right.
All right, take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace out, everyone. God bless.